In this tutorial, we will show you how to scan your samples and collect your data from your nCounter hybridization experiments. To set up a scan on the digital analyzer, you will need to have a cartridge prepared by the prep station, you'll need to have a reporter library file, and we will need a cartridge definition file. With each code set, NanoString provides a USB stick that contains an RLF file specific for that code set. It is very important to use the RLF file that is shipped with your code set in your experiments. The USB drive also contains a template for setting up CDF files on a personal computer. CDF files can be created either on a touchscreen or on a personal computer using a text editor or spreadsheet. The required fields for each sample include lane ID, sample ID, field of view or FOV count, and the RLF file name. There are also optional fields for owner, date, and comments that you can use at your discretion. To upload a file to the digital analyzer, insert a USB stick into the side of the scanner. The scanner will then search for either the RLF data folder or the CDF data folder and look for files that have been defined as RLFs or CDFs. Simply touch the file of interest, hit the next button, and the machine will upload it to the hard drive. When you're ready to start counting, simply push the Start Counting button. The scanner will ask which stage position you would like to use to scan your cartridge. Touch the position you'll be using for your scan. It will then become highlighted in green. If you have already uploaded a CDF to the scanner, simply touch the Select Existing CDF button and navigate to the file containing the information that you have entered. Using lens tissue, clean old oil off of the objective and apply a single drop of fresh oil onto the objective. Then, put the slide in the NanoString optical oil application device, push the button one time, and make sure the oil droplets are evenly distributed across the bottom of the cartridge. There will be one large drop towards the edge and a bunch of other small drops fairly evenly distributed across each of the other lanes. Then, clip the cartridge securely into the stage position which you've entered information. Make sure that you feel tension when springs in both the X and the Y positions, meaning that the slide is firmly held in place by the cartridge holder. If you are scanning more than one cartridge, at this point you can push the Enter Another button and enter the information necessary for scanning the next cartridge. Continue to do this until all of the cartridges that you want to have scanned are finished. When information for all the cartridges has been entered and all have been properly oiled, push the Start button. The scanner will then initiate the counting process. It goes through a series of steps where it focuses on the bottom of the slide, finds lanes, finds the optimal Z position for each lane, and then starts counting data. At any point during a run, the instrument can be paused. It will finish collecting the block of information it has been assigned to collect, and then stop. You can either enter a new cartridge, abort the entire run, or simply resume where you left off. If you choose the Enter New Cartridge option, the machine will allow you to enter information for the next cartridge and then go back to the position where it left off and resume counting the previous cartridge. The scanner collects data in a lane-by-lane basis. If you abort a run, any lanes that have already been counted will have data recoverable. However, any lanes that have not yet been scanned will of course not have any data collected for them. There are two ways to collect data. First, you can collect data from the main screen by touching the Download Data button, putting a USB stick into the side of the machine, and then selecting the file that contains the data of your scan. You can also collect data while the scanner is in use. Simply touch the Download Data button and navigate to the file containing the scan of your cartridge. The scan currently in progress is not affected if you choose to download your data while the scan is progressing. If the digital analyzer has been set up for email, as soon as a scan is completed, and if an email address has been provided in the CDF, the data will be emailed directly to the user. It will then not appear in the RCC data folder, but will be present in the Recycle Bin data folder and can be recovered at a later date. At this point, the data is ready for data analysis.